All right, first and foremost, I want to say, call Haloyim, La YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. That's all praises to the Most High God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. May the Heavenly Father, love and mercy truly endure forever for Israel. It's your brother Yeremia from the Sakari Philly set. Come to feed the flock. To do this sit down, right? Talk about the Colonel, right? But before we even get into the title sake, we're gonna get in first to how he's a damn thief, right? So let's get into that first.
Way to cook Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that's my way. We always use plump, young broilers, always fresh, never frozen chicken. It's cut in pieces, and each piece is dipped in milk and egg wash, then into seasoned flour, in which we have the 11 different spices and herbs for flavor. One more thing, folks. It's the only way that you're going to get chicken that is finger-licking good, and I'd be mighty proud to have you try Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken. Mighty proud. Excuse me a moment, will you please? Hey, look at there. Didn't I tell you it was finger-licking good?
Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you want Kentucky Fried Chicken, you have to visit me.
Good old Colonel Sanders stole his recipe from an elderly black woman that they call Miss Childress. Miss Childress from Kentucky. In a book called America's Most Wanted Recipes, author Ron Douglas speaks of how Miss Childress was only paid $1,200.
$1,200, right?
Instead of having this KFC empire. Kentucky Fried Chicken was opened up as a fast food place for travelers and people passing through. All the black folks around Kentucky knew about this. Everybody knew what was going on, but she couldn't prove it. But in a my word versus your word type of thing, against a white man in the 1930s, she pretty much didn't have any choice. She accepted the $1,200. Miss Childress had no proof, and that's the only reason Colonel Sanders is the face of KFC. Thank you so much for watching.
All right. You see that he stole that. Let's go here real quick. Right, so we can see KFC net worth today. KFC brand is worth roughly $8.5 billion and seeing $26.2 billion in sales as one of the world's top 100 most valuable brands, right? Via Forbes. So this is what these demons do, man. They do nothing more but take and rob. Hold up. Take, rob, steal. This is what they do. It's the book of John, chapter 10, and verse 10. For the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. And that's what Colonel Sanders came and did. He came to steal. Right? He came to steal recipe from this sister stole her recipe, but then just gave her a couple of dollars, and she couldn't even lay claim to the recipe no more because it was basically, her word against his in like the 1920s or 1930s. So he already seen that he won. So, so really what's supposed to be taking place is her family is supposed to be eating off of KFC, right? Her family is supposed to be eating off of the billions that KFC revenue had came in. But this is what the thief does. The thief comes not but for to steal, kill, and destroy. The thief ain't coming in to, let's be business partners. The thief is coming in to knock you off your seat and sit down. That's what the thief is coming to do. So Book of Job, chapter 30, verse 8 from the KJV. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They are viler than the earth, right? These Edomites are viler than the earth. There's no more disgusting people than them, than these Edomites, right? There's no more viler people than them. Get it in the GNT. The Book of Job, in the Good News Translation, chapter 10, chapter 30 and verse 8. A worthless bunch of nameless nobodies. That's how the Lord feels about the Edomites, right? So all y'all going around talking about that they can be saved, all they gotta do is believe on sweet Jesus, and they can come in and play the tambourine in your church, right? That's not what the Lord said, right? Verse 8, a worthless bunch of nameless nobodies. They were driven out of the land, right? Talking about when they were driven into caves and they had to live like Barney Rubbles and Fred Flintstone, right? Fred Flintstone. See that?
Welcome back. Would you eat your favorite takeaway if it was made in a laboratory? The thought of 3D printed nuggets might not sound appetizing, but scientists say you won't be able to taste the difference.
There's only one Kentucky Fried Chicken, always cooked fresh, with Colonel Sanders' original secret recipe of 11 different herbs and...
Colonel Sanders' original recipe. He's a damn demon, man.
You eat your favorite takeaway if it was made in a laboratory. The thought of 3D printed nuggets might not sound appetizing, but scientists say you won't be able to taste the difference.
There's only one Kentucky Fried Chicken, always cooked fresh, with Colonel Sanders' original secret recipe of 11 different herbs and spices.
Until now. For in this Russian lab, your next tasty KFC meal is being prepared. Just finishing off some seafood for another customer first. This one is a squid. Yes, KFC has partnered with Russian scientists to develop lab-made chicken nuggets.
Shut up and take my money.
Hot on the heels of fake meat, now comes a plethora of pantry palatables.
Spinach, broccoli, chicken, salmon, kind of just runs the gamut. We were experimenting with a lot of new ingredients as well.
Welcome to the future.
Your printable food comes safely packaged in cartridges.
Finger licking good.
They said your food now can come in cartridges, like a damn video game. this the wave of the future too, coming up, right? Which is already taking place. I mean, just not in the grand scale as it's being set up as. But then obviously, of course, they setting up too for the chip. See that?
I phase a laboratory and a kitchen. As long as it's clean.
Wouldn't put you off?
Packaging cartridge.
He said, what's the difference between a laboratory or a kitchen? As long as they're wearing gloves and it's clean.
Finger looking good.
I phase a laboratory and a kitchen. As long as it's clean.
Wouldn't put you off? Simply take some cells from a real chicken, multiply them in the lab into a paste, and gently place that into a printer, similar to the one in your home office. Turn that paste into sheets, and layer upon layer, turn those sheets into cubes. Presto, you've got chicken nuggets.
I'm going to go get some KFC nuggets.
Stand around a KFC long enough, like I did today, and you'll learn.
Would you eat them if they were made in a lab? Yeah.
I don't see why not, no.
People aren't put off by it.
Yeah, I would.
If they tasted the same, what's the difference?
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't be able to tell. Personally, I'd probably prefer...
Well, Joanna, I'm guessing you've never had one of those.
No, I haven't.
Joanna
I
McMillan
didn't grow
is a
up with them.
nutritional scientist. Why are we making food in a lab now?
Well, we have two big problems. One is environmental and sustainability kind of issues. And the second is creating enough meat to feed the world's growing population.
Would there be nutritional value in something that's made in a lab?
Well, no, there's not. And that's what's a little frustrating for me is why don't we think about recreating meat in the lab, but also make it healthier? And that's what's not happening.
There's no substitute for real chicken.
Adam Stratton is a proud old-fashioned butcher. You remember the ones who used to cut up, not create, meat.
There'd be a difference in texture, the taste, and, like natural. How can you go past natural products?
He won't be finger-licking.
I mean, that's just common sense. How can you get past something natural than something that's not natural, right? Yeah, I mean, something that's like what he said, being printed, like how you print in the your printer machine at home. Like they're printing food, like making copies of it, and then serving it to us. Like, and then y'all wonder why we say we hate the society and we can't wait till it ends.
And I also suspect an old colonel might be turning in his grave.
Good chicken.
Next, they'll be telling us those yummy crab sticks aren't... Oh, hold on a second.
Whether or not they make it in the lab or not doesn't bother me.
You'd still eat it.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. Like, this is why we be vexed of this society. I mean, and it burns us. Just can't stand it. Like, because the evil is just set on high. It's just set on complete high in this society. Just go here real quick. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right? Their hurtful works are fulfilled. I mean, and it's coming close to a time to where the Heavenly Father, right, is going to send his anointed Son to visit this earth that he made, right? And he's not going to send his Son to come down and play patty cake with people, right? Hopscotch, come around and give people candy canes. That's not the type of thing that's going to be going on. Said his garment's going to be dipped in blood, right? So the Messiah going to be dripping in that day, right? And so, it is what it is. I mean, and with that, hopefully brothers and sisters get edified, You know, our job is just to bring the information out, whether or not people decide to still eat it or not. I mean, it's kind of up to you. But, you know, hopefully brothers and sisters get edified. Till next time, say shalom.